Hey y'all, this is my new little look while I'm driving because I haven't had time to put a video out and I know I missed a week. Right now we're about 17 weeks, 3 days until the next show. And so the last time I was talking about meal prep and things like that, I think I forgot to tell you one of my meals, which was my favorite meals. Meal 4 is yogurt, granola, and peanut butter. So that's the only sweets I get, and that is my favorite, of course, because I'm a big sweets eater. Especially when I'm off preps. I love donuts and chocolate and gum and lollipops and stuff. So I have a really bad sweet tooth. So those of you who say, oh, I can't eat like that because, I love to eat, or I can't eat like that because I love sweets. Well, I love sweets, and I can beat anyone at eating sweets. My husband is shocked how much sweets I can eat. So as far as that, and before meal prep, I was doing a lot of, so years ago, I would constantly stay on meal prep, regardless if I was off season and on season. And in the last 3 years, I've kind of calmed that down because I knew I wasn't doing any competitions, but I was kind of like intuitive about what I ate. I knew, what I ate in my mind. I knew portion amounts. So it just goes to show you, for people who are always dieting, you don't have to be on a strict diet. Yes, I watch the scale from time to time. If I gain a couple of pounds, it's no big deal. I know how to get back on track. For a while there, I was doing what my husband does. He doesn't compete, but he'll have an off day, one off day on a Sunday where he eats whatever he wants. And he doesn't go fully crazy. He'll just change one of the meals, instead of having a normal, carb and protein meal, he'll have McDonald's that day. Every week he'll say, I want something different. Like this week I want pizza, or things like that, or we'll have donuts that morning and one meal at night. So it's not like we go crazy just vegging out all single day, but we do have our cheats. Now that I'm back on prep, cheats are out completely. I've been fully dedicated to the diet. I don't like to cheat because once I cheat, it gets in my head negatively, and it may cause me to want to cheat some more. Oh, that was no big deal, it didn't hamper anything, let me keep going. So I went on a trip 2 weekends in a row. I went to a North Carolina beach, which I hadn't been to any beaches since I moved here. So it was kind of hard, but I was very regimented in bringing most of my meals with me. I brought eggs in the morning with me. Instead of scrambling them, I boiled them so I can just eat them on the road. I brought my yogurt, which I can buy out there, no big deal, but I had it in my cooler. I brought shredded chicken, and I brought rice, which were in these cups that are pre-made, and they're just about the amount that I need. So I had all of that. And then the nights that we were there, we did go out to dinner, so I was very aware of what I was eating and made sure wherever we went, they had what I can eat. So in one case, I had salmon and a saffron rice, and their portions were very much in line to what I usually eat. I didn't weigh it out. Closer to prep, I may go to a restaurant with a scale, but I kind of could eyeball it, and it wasn't a big deal. The following week, we went out to the beach again and did the same thing. I had a steak. The steak was huge. It was a rib. I think it was a sirloin or a ribeye. And I just cut it in half because I knew how much 4 ounces was. And there was a couple pieces of fat on it, so I didn't mind cutting it up. And also, again, I had rice. I did have vegetables also, or a salad. So that was great. I was able to do that. I have another trip coming up in Arizona. We're getting Airbnb, so hopefully, I'm just gonna go food shopping there, get everything I need, and take all my Tupperware with me wherever we go, and be on plan. I noticed that my weight wasn't really moving the way I wanted to. I noticed I wasn't getting enough rest, so every time I did only 4 or 5 hours of sleep, my weight was up 2 to 3 pounds. So it was constantly 2 steps forward, 1 step back. No, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, either way. And I was getting upset about this, and I'm like, this is not working. So this week it just happened that my 16-year-old son is going to driver's class and I have to take him in the morning. So I really didn't have time to go to the gym, and I said to myself that I was considering changing my schedule regardless. So now I'm going to the gym when I get home. I'll start cooking and then I'll run out to the gym. So I've done that 3 days in a row, and since I've gotten back from my trip, my weight has gone down and down, and now it's almost at the lowest it's been since I started with him almost. So I'm sitting about 142.2 this morning, which of course fluctuates, it's not a big deal, but I'm happy because it was just hitting 145, 146, 144. It was going back and forth. But in the last 3 days of changing my schedule, it's gone down. And as I thought, my coach was happy with that, and he decided to make a couple more changes. Cardio right now, I do 4 sessions of 25 minutes. Now he wants to up it to 35 minutes. Yay. You know how much I love cardio. Anyway, and he's also taking away some of the carbs in my meal 3 and 5, which is the one where I have the main meals like lunch and dinner, and I usually have like 120 grams of jasmine rice. So now he just wants 80 grams. Now cardio, I feel, doesn't do anything for me as far as losing weight. A lot of people do cardio and coaches always give me cardio, but as soon as you start taking away the carbs, that's when I see significant weight loss. And I'm kind of excited that he finally took something away from me. You know, I've been full, I'm not starving all the time. I've noticed that my metabolism has ramped up a little, so I have been a little hungry when I wake up or sometimes during the day, but it's no big deal. My meals have kind of sustained me and I'm not like starving. So for him to take away some of the carbs, I'm kind of excited about, because I know I can feel and see differences once that portion of prep starts happening and they start taking away things from me. So right now we're good to go. I just checked in, like I said. I got another week of just relaxing at home before I go on my trip. So hopefully there'll be some more significant weight changes just before I go on my trip, and then I'll monitor myself on my trip, and I'm sure he'll monitor me also. If you have any questions, remarks, you can always leave them in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Bye.